Do you know who Black Lives Matter is fighting? Black people! This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. We need to come back to our African roots and centered culture. These are the things that we need to do. We need to let go of this hopeless poor us, poor we agenda. We have to let go of that, and we have to be strong. We have to stand up. If we don't collectively unite, Babylon will roll out their agenda and all our freedoms will be taken, and it will be bleak. It's a trap, boys, when we're here. Telling you. You with him? Yeah. Mate, they want us to come down here and kick off. That's what they want. They were members of EDL, yes. Okay. I stated to them that I used to be a football hooligan, and now I've seen the light. I was misfed information. I looked up to the wrong people. The government create all these racial agendas. They create all these problems. We need to unite everyone against the government, against what they're doing. This is ridiculous. This is 2020. We need to rise above this occasion. We can't fall for all these government traps. They want to enforce martial law. They want to have all these problems. They want us locked in our homes. They want to create a tyrannical agenda against us. So let's not rise to the occasion. Let's rise together as one, all people.
I'm here today with Stand Up X with a message: unite, not divide. That way we can defeat the attacks upon us from what they call the new normal, but it's the beginning of the new world order.
Restrictions on our freedom, our rights are being taken away, and we are being misguided and distracted. Our livelihoods are being destroyed. They're talking about we can't go back to normal until we have been vaccinated, until we have injected mercury and formaldehyde and aluminium into us. Our freedom is gone. We don't have the right to, we don't have the freedom of movement, we don't have the right to, we don't have the freedom of speech. Our human rights are being removed. They're being removed by the very sinister agenda and the very sinister people, the same people that own the media and misguide us.
The COVID-19, freedom, we want it back, and with all the social distancing, I think the near normal would be maybe getting a vaccine. That's in the future, isn't it? So we don't want that. They're going to be able to trace us with the help of 5G. We'll be monitored like 24/7. They can look into your houses. Okay, and that's what we're marching for. We want our freedom back. We stand for the unity of left and right, of black and white and all. Yes! Yes! We stand against those dark forces of the mega rich and the mega corporations, of George Soros, of Bill Gates, and the backers of division in this society. Yeah! Yeah! They want division to prepare the way for a new world order. They're calling it new normal. They're calling it new normal. So we say no to any more lockdowns. No new normal. 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 We stand united against any tax application put on your mobile phone. They want to have tracks, they say, it's to follow COVID. It's not, it's to follow you. It's to follow you. And they need 5G towers to follow you. So we say, take down the 5G towers. Take down 5G. Take down 5G. Take down 5G. Take down 5G. And we say, no to any COVID vaccination. no to any COVID vaccination, because if they have a voluntary one, they'll make it compulsory by telling you that your kid Johnny can't go to school unless he's had the jab. And when they have the jab, they will insert a microchip in there and all sorts of poisons in there. Bill Gates' record of poisonous vaccines in Africa is another abomination, and he's been expelled from India for killing people by his vaccines. So we say, no COVID vax! No COVID vax! No COVID vax! No COVID vax! No COVID vax!
No COVID vax! No COVID vax!
And our badge to everybody is we say, don't wear masks, because the mask is unhealthy. The mask traps what your body's trying to get rid of, traps your toxins. Transport Fair for London is trying to impose masking of you. Don't wear the mask. They've got no law to make you wear masks. There's no law. So on today, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, don't wear masks, don't socially distance, stand up for freedom. And in the freedom. And unite with us. Unite, not divide. Unite, not divide. Unite, not divide! Unite, not divide! Unite, not divide! And join us in the coming days, weeks and months to build a summer of discontent, the end of which the powers that be will be too frightened to try another lockdown, too frightened to impose vaccinations, too frightened to take away our rights. But that is our choice, and only if we succeed in a great summer of discontent can we win. And the final choice is between tyranny and freedom. So we say, no to tyranny, yes to freedom. No to tyranny, yes to freedom. No to tyranny, yes to freedom.
Crime out here, white, black and Asian, they all die from gun crime. How can I go and buy 1,000 iPads? They sell me the iPads with all the serial numbers on there, all the serial numbers. Yep. So if I get robbed when I've just bought them 100, I'll go to the police with 10 and say, look, 10 of these are missing. Here's my proof that they're missing. How comes the parents of gun crime can't go to the gun companies that are making the guns and say, because they ain't saying the guns are missing. So who's saying the guns are missing and who's putting the guns there? Who is putting the guns there for the kids to kill one another? Come on, why are we not having that conversation? All arguing today. Come on, man, we want justice for the kids. It's not about us, it's about for the kids. Let's get justice. The satellite trains, you've got George and they're advertising a white man that's doing something bad. Then remember now they start advertising the black protesters are going damaging up the street. They're playing us. It started with Chinese. When this pandemic started, it started with the racism on Chinese and the blacks and the whites. So it just keeps going, bro. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! I come here on my own. I ain't come here with no white, no Asian. I'm my own. We are one. 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 We are one.
My name is Mark Anthony from Brixton. I need you to hear what I'm saying. Right now, this is about the freedom of all humanity. If you think this isn't about you because you're black, or you think this isn't about you because you're white, or you think this isn't about you because you're Asian, this includes you. Our people are having our rights stripped daily. Stripped daily. I have done the research. The coronavirus is not more dangerous than the seasonal flu. What is more dangerous about the coronavirus is the way that it is being used to strip us of our rights. Need to know this because I've done the science and I've confirmed it with a biomedical scientist who is not paid by the pharmachem industry. 5G is poisoning us. The radiation from each new level, 3G, 4G, 5G, permanently alters our genes. It alters our DNA. That means if you conceive children before 5G, the children you conceive after 5G will not be genetically the same. We are being mutated and we are being fried. This is making it hard to breathe. Everyone that is wearing a mask, the holes in your mask are 3 times the size of the coronavirus microbe you're trying to protect yourself from. That means you are using a chain link fence to stop mosquitoes. Do you understand? Take off your mask and breathe. 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 I can breathe.
I can breathe.
Stop chanting, I can't breathe. Words are spells. Be careful what you're casting. Right now, the people who are funding both sides are laughing because there are people right now who are supposed to be uniting, fighting. I need you to know this. Stop getting caught up in Black Lives Matter. I exposed them when they first came out. They are not for black people. I'm telling you this. They are trying to lead black people into a burning house. Where was this shit for Stephen Lawrence? Where was it for Anthony, 17 years old, attacked by 2 racists and murdered in Liverpool with hammers? Where were they? Where are they for the black men dying in police custody? They're not there, because that is not the Zionist agenda who are funding them.
Because they don't give a shit.
They don't care. Black Lives Matter don't care about black lives. What we need to do is take care of our own black lives. And we need to look out for our neighbours. Your neighbours, no matter what colour they are, your neighbours. If we do not unite, we will fall divided and we will be crushed. Nothing will go back to the same as it was. There's only 2 ways that this can turn out. 1, we collectively unite and overthrow the beast and then free it. I'm telling you, they're terrified because people are uniting. Or we do not unite and we allow Babylon to roll out their agenda and slowly kill us off. Do you understand how serious this is? Tell me that you understand how serious this is. I want my child and the children I will have in the future to be free. Don't you?
Yes.
Liberty for all is the goal. I am a pro-black Nyabingi Rastafari. There is no one more about my people than me. I'm telling you to take the wool from over your eyes. We're all being deceived. Unite, not divide.
We spread some love and energy, we've done our job, yeah?
They make the problems, they make the racism, they create
the people of the world, but we stand with our humans, we're the 99% and we stand together with all of them. So love to everyone, love to my wonderful, peaceful human beings. My people! The COVID-19 is a hoax. It is a scam. We are being attacked from all angles, through our food, through our educational systems, through the 5G towers, through the vaccinations. They want to take our conscience. It's a war on consciousness. It's not white versus black or pink against purple. It's the evil against us, the 1%, against humanity, against us as people, as a race. They want to wipe out human consciousness. And it starts here at Babylon, where you stand.
Yes.
This is hell.
Yes.
We live in hell. We must fight these people. We must fight them every day with a message. Do not be scared to look foolish or lose friends or family or members. Speak the truth and you will find the answers. We want truth.
Yes.
We want truth. We want truth.
Yes.
We want truth. We want truth.
We want truth. We want truth. We want truth. We want truth. We want truth. We want truth. We want truth.
The masks, the social distancing, it's all a measurement to make us more distracted from each other. To not have contact from the next human person next to us, to make us like robots. It's all to do with AI and it's coming. It's not a million miles away, it's here now. Wake up. AI is here. They're going to inject us with a new vaccine and fuck everyone's DNA up. They're going to make the man infertile. The vaccine will kill you. It will make your children autistic and give them anything from eczema to cancer. Do your research. Vaccinations gave autism to Vietnam. There was no autism in Vietnam before Bill Gates came there. Bill Gates disrupts millions of children's lives in Africa and India. There are pending cases against Bill Gates for crimes against humanity, against children in India, in Africa. and it's bringing it here. Gabby and Boris Johnson are bringing this to you, to our land. And I'm upset that you're here with EDL and black. It doesn't matter. It's all a distraction. It's all a distraction. Sonny Robertson is a Zionist puppet. Sonny Robertson is a Zionist puppet that's hired by the elite to distract us all. And Black Lives Matter is run by George Soros, an evil paedophile. An evil Zionistic paedophile, George Soros, runs Black Lives Matter. I'm not against black, white or purple, I'm against the evil. George Soros is an evil Zionist puppet that's running black. You're all here for George Soros. You're all being manipulated. All of you. And that's all I've got to say. Wake up, people. I love you all. I love you.
This vaccination stuff's to do with, see, they tell you there's an issue with you when there was in the first place. I don't believe in a whole epidemic. There isn't one. Right. What it is they make you feel like enslaved you thinking there is one, something going on. And then once you've done that, that's how they've done it. Vaccinations come out. These vaccinations are not to help you. These are going to long-term. It's a long-term illness that's going to come by that. And the reason why they touch Africa first is because why Jesus touched Africa.
Come on, let's start a conversation, let's start a discussion. We're the humans of the earth, we should be the ones discussing what kind of policies we have. Not the 1% that don't want good for us and are trying to enslave us. We need to have the discussions, we need to talk about everything. This is what we're here, trying to spread awareness, trying to have debates, constructive conversations. This is what we should be doing, not fighting with one another, not being distracted and misguided.
I understand it very well, but the thing is...
When they're picking up your door and busting up your son, when he's handcuffed, an innocent child. They've done it to my daughter as well. At 5 in the morning in his bed. They've done it to my daughter as well. Broke his fucking jaw. Innocent. Because they're looking for another child who was upstairs. They ain't going to stand back and say, no, don't.
The trouble is, they got the policy to do that. You see, if the government clean that policy up, I know, wrong is wrong. But it's always going to be someone to blame. Yeah. If the government got the policy,
they have the choice. They don't have to do it. They can stand up and say, I don't agree.
I'm trying to.
That was a CID. That was a CID. They're cowards. They're only cowards. You're only strong in a group. You're only strong.
This is what the system doesn't want. They do not want this. They do not want unity like this. They want us to be black over there, white over there, and Asian over there. We're all getting tricked. Hold up. If we all come here to kill one another today, who's going to be here tomorrow? It's part of the plan, isn't it? It's part of a plan. So everyone needs to unite.
What I can see, what I have ascertained now, is that all lives matter as a response to Black Lives Matter is something that triggered you. And it triggers a lot of people. What we need to do is think critically right now, because one thing that I will say to you is that the Black Lives Matter hashtag, the Black Lives Matter slogan, the Black Lives Matter movement is all a sham. Have you ever read the Black Lives Matter mission statement?
No. I have not.
I will tell you basically what it says. It basically says we are here for queers, trans, LGBT, black women, black children, and black families. But do you know what is missing from the Black Lives Matter mission statement? The black man. He's nowhere to be found.
Oh well, the black man, the black boy, the black...
No. I made it clear that the black woman has been named.
Oh, right.
The queers have been named. Right. The trans have been named. The LGBT have been named. Children have been named. There is no mention of the black man in the Black Lives Matter mission statement. How can you be for black people if your objective is not about protecting the black man, woman, and child? How? Now, I'm further going to show you something else. They don't care about black lives. They're getting black people killed. And I'm going to show you something else. Black Lives Matter, people like Tommy Robinson, who is able to mobilize tens of thousands of people at the drop of a hat so miraculously, are both being funded by the same Zionist agenda. Okay? They are both being funded by the same Zionist agenda. If you are really a pro-black woman, then you need to look into what Black Lives Matter is and realize what a sham it is and how black people are being used. These people make hundreds of millions of dollars in GoFundMe donations, and it does not go back into the black community. It does not go to the families of these black people that are getting killed. Do you know where it does go on? It goes on properties where these people hold things like chemsex parties. Do you understand? And further degrade these neighborhoods where these black people are being killed. Anything that I'm saying to you can be verified. I suggest you look into... Wait.
I'm not lying.
No. I'm going to provide references. I suggest you look into Irritated Genie's interview with Darren Sills, an activist that was killed down in Ferguson, where Mike Brown was killed. It exposes the whole Black Lives Matter agenda and what they do, how they come into the community, and how they try to get black people to protest, and how they come and do things that are disruptive and violent to get us killed. Black Lives Matter is getting our black people killed, sis. I exposed them when they first came out 7 years ago. I've been telling my people about it ever since. We need to stop. We need to stop. Wait. We need to stop. Yes, black lives do matter. Of course they do. Yeah, of course. I'm a black man. I have a black child. I have black parents. Of course it matters. But we need to get off of the hashtag because it sounds good, because we've been seduced by people who are trying to get us killed. Do you know who Black Lives Matter is fighting? Black people! This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. We need to police our communities, regular patrols, engaging with the youth. We need to make sure that we intervene in domestic violence situations before the police get involved, so that we know that we are holding each other accountable. Yes? We need to make sure that we set up programs that regularly engage the youth and engage the community, so that we can form a village, because it takes a village to raise a child. We need to come back to our African roots and centered culture. These are the things that we need to do. We need to let go of this hopeless poor us, poor we agenda. We have to let go of that, and we have to be strong. We have to stand up. We have to express ourselves with authority the way that you see me doing now. We have to make sure that we look after our women. We have to make sure that we look after our men, not just physically, mentally and spiritually also. This is what we need to do within our black community for us, okay? Now, on the overall picture, because now we've dealt with the black community, now we have to deal with the reality that we live in, yeah? The reality that we live in now is that we are all in a very, very serious time. Nothing is going to go back to the way that it was. There's only one of two ways this is going to turn out. The best way, which is what we're fighting for, is that humanity puts the division one side, yeah? Because if we do not unite collectively and overthrow the beast, we're all gonna be dead. Whether we're physically dead or brain dead or zombies, we're all gonna be nothing, yeah? If we don't collectively unite, Babylon will roll out their agenda and all our freedoms will be taken, and it will be bleak, yeah? But if we do collectively come together and unite, then we can topple the 1% because we're the 99. We are the 99%. In order to shut down this society, and in order to shut down the things like racism, we had to collectively unite.
It's a trap, boys, when we're here. Telling you were here? Yeah. Mate, listen, they want us all to come down here and pick up. That's what they want. He gets the ladies. I know, mate. Mate, listen, I wrote your story. Yeah, mate, that's what I'm saying. We're just creating a community.
Alright, so I just see you was talking to, were they members of EDL? Or
they were members of EDL, yeah? Yes. Okay. I stated to them that I used to be a football hooligan, and now I've seen the light. I was misfed information. I looked up to the wrong people. The government create all these racial agendas. They create all these problems. We need to unite everyone against the government, against what they're doing. This is ridiculous. This is 2020. We need to rise above this occasion. We can't fall for all these government traps. All these people. I've stopped so many fights today. I go up to them and make them shake hands. Like, this is ridiculous.
I heard someone just told me that there was a fight that broke out. I don't know. Was it between EDL and Black Lives Matter?
Yes.
Was it?
Yes.
Right. And they said that you got involved and you made them hug or something.
Yes.
They ended up hugging.
Yes, I made them. There was a 3-on-3 fight. And I jumped in the middle and told them we're all family, we're all brothers. Don't give in to this government trap. They want to enforce martial law. They want to have all these problems. They want us locked in our homes. They want to create a tyrannical agenda against us. So let's not rise to the occasion. Let's rise together as one, all people, brothers and sisters, children of the planet. Let's unite. This is why I made this last night. Unite, not divide. Stand up, join the family.
Oh, yeah.
I'm here today with Stand Up X with a message: unite, not divide.
What's happened
that
to
way
Jeremy?
we can defeat the attacks upon us from what they call the new normal, but it's the beginning of the new world order. It's very dangerous. It's against freedom, democracy, and actually jobs and rights. So we've got to have a great summer of discontent to make it impossible for them to have a second lockdown and impose vaccination with microchips. That's what they're after. We're going to stop it. And we're also going to stop them doing tracks operations on your mobile phone. They want to do, because tracks is about control. It's not to enable, it's to control. We say we want freedom, not tyranny.
Many people have said that this lockdown is unlawful, but people hearing this from protesters don't really understand what that means because they've seen the Corona bill being passed. Can you explain how this lockdown has been unlawful?
Well, the lockdown rules are unlawful because they're using extensions of the 1984 Health Act, which cannot overrule the human rights of the Human Rights Act. So therefore they weren't passed properly and given proper weight under law. And this is the point we're going to argue in my court case on the 24th of July.
Okay. How can people support that court case?
They can go online to, if you go to hashtag #StandUpX, you can find everything. Or follow me on Twitter @Piers_Corbyn. And there's links to the group where you can give money to support the campaign and the court case in particular.
Okay. Are there any other legal proceedings going on at the moment?
Yes, there's many legal proceedings. My court case is essentially the test case for all of them. We're raising money which should be used to defend everybody.
Okay, is that including 5G?
Yes,
okay.
Anybody involved in these things. The 5G is completely part of it because our campaign, you see, has been for stop any more lockdowns, stop COVID vax, and take down 5G. 5G is dangerous and it's for health and it's part of a control operation.
So this week they've just made wearing face masks mandatory for public transport. What do you say to members of the public that maybe wouldn't want to wear a face mask, but they also need to...
do not wear a face mask. If you get told to wear it, say you've got no right to tell me. You can give me advice, but there's no law saying you must wear a face mask. It's purely advice. So they can't arrest you or stop you or anything. Okay, so on the tube and the bus, do not wear a face mask. Stand up, and if you get into trouble, get in touch with us. Go to hashtag #StandUpX and resist for your rights.